So you made all the thank yous, but we need to thank you, of course. Yeah. And every year, of course, this event, and to start this event with this video, I think I know there are many people that will speak after me, and I will try to say important stuff, but for me, that's all. I don't need more than to hear Ari's words, to see his face, his smile, the way he made things so simple whenever you talk to him. And if it was complicated, he was there to make it simple. To make it simple that we're winning, to make it simple that we're not afraid, to make it simple that we have endless amount of power, and I know he got it from his family and his parents that sit here, but endless amount of power because, and I think the fact that since we met last year, the Operation Rising Lion, it wasn't named after him, but it should be, because, very nice. You see, we did not show it before, and yet, but it should, because I'm not even talking, and we should talk about anyone who saw the way Ari, while being wounded, rise up and fought for us, basically for us. And I know many of you here, basically, for the place we all go to do our shopping, like in the most regular way that we do every week. We go to Rami Levi, who was fighting for us, because each and every one of us was there at the time, or could be at the time. But he rose while wounded, like a lion, and fought for all of us, and for all the people of Israel. And the way we lost Ari is also the way we had him for the years that we did have him. He was fighting for all of us. He was fighting on social media. He was fighting in TV. He was fighting when he was. But despite the fact he was constantly fighting, he was never ever suffered the trauma of being a fighter. It was always with a smile. Sometimes when people fight, they're becoming unpleasant, because fight is unpleasant. He had the magic to fight with a smile. To fight and stay, as the name of the show that he had, the frenemies, to fight, to look to the enemy. Yes, to the enemy. It's a very heavy word. An enemy in the eye, and say, you are my enemy, but you're also my friend, and I'll make you my friend. And if we did not start as friends, we definitely were going to end like friends. Because, and when I was first introduced to Ari, I think Eitan made the connection, and he called me and out of nowhere started to ask me questions about the justice system, what needs to be done, and what is exactly the problem. And someone I never spoke a word before we started, I think the first conversation was about 2 hours. And we were all in the middle of something, so we stop now. I'll call you in 10 minutes when I'm out of this meeting, and we continued the conversation. I think it was about 2 hours of a conversation with someone I never met. And since this conversation, I was hooked. After that, we met in some studios and debated, and he invited me to his show. But we became friends, and every time I had to ask something that I wasn't dealing with issues of Hazbara at the time. I was on the issue of the judicial system. That wasn't my scope, but I was invited to studios, to I-24, to ILTV, to talk about those issues. So I was a teacher before when he asked me about the justice system, and then I called him and I was asking him to be my teacher. How did you address this issue? How do you make this issue that is so complicated, how do you make it so simple? How do you make it to stand on your point, but without making people so angry? What is the magic? And I can say something I learned, some things I still have to learn from him. But every year that I come here and I see the people and I see the smiles, we are in the Hazkara, but people are smiling because whenever they see Ari, whenever they remember Ari, you cannot remember Ari without smiling. It's something that you cannot do. So we miss him, and we know that with his words, everything would be easier for us today. But we also know, and at least I try, to make him proud. Because we are now in a situation that we're talking about sovereignty, and we have a resolution in the Knesset about sovereignty with the support of 71 Knesset members. I don't think he would believe that would be even a reality. You know what? He did believe, because he always believed in the impossible things that will happen, good things for Am Yisrael. So he did believe. And we are winning on all fronts, and it's hard, but we're not afraid. And he believed in this. So we are trying to make him proud. I try in my place, but I know each and every one of us will continue to do so, and will get the power to do so from this event and the fact that we remember him 365 days. We just say it one day. Thank you.